So creating and using custom modules is pretty straightforward. And so let's say I want to create a couple of custom modules for me to use. I can say, I can create constants. It's not going to be a variable. It has to be a constant because I can't change the name of something in a module. So a constant I could use. I can also create, I can create functions in here. Okay, and it would say print. Okay, so I've got a constant and I've got a function here in my code. Yeah.
So now I'm seeing the resemblance of this and Swift because I keep in, I guess, some Swift classes, but I think I'm a little confused now a bit. Just because so a constant, it's kind of different than saying string or
It's constant is like a variable that doesn't change. So that's it.
and string is a variable that can change.
No, a string is not a variable. A string is a data type. A constant can be a string. A constant can be any of the data types. But it's a constant. Just remember, a variable vary, so they change. A constant stays the same because it's constant. And so when you create a constant here, you're just doing it all uppercase to let people know that it's a constant, not a variable. That's just, and some languages will actually give you an error if you declare a constant, if you try and change it. Like you declare a constant, you try and change it, you'll get an error. Python will not. Python, it's just a naming convention to let people know, hey, this is a constant.
So can this constant, I mean, it's a string, right?
Yeah,
Can name it as a string. So
yeah.
oh, I get that.
I could technically change this, but I'm letting people know this is not designed to be changed. And the reason it's not designed to be changed is because I'm bringing it in from a module. Okay, so a lot of times what I might do is say equals my name. I might use that constant inside a function like this, and then I would say something like that, so that I have a default argument there that uses that constant. A lot of times constants in modules are intended for use inside the module, not necessarily use outside the module. They could be, but they're not typically. So if I save this, I'm going to save this with a name that will become the name of this module. Okay. Now, a few of you have run into this phenomenon already because you tried to save maybe one of your sandbox files with the name turtle, and then you got an error that said something about a circular import. And the reason for that is that you, in that file, at the very top, you say import turtle. And that what that does is that looks in the current directory for a file named turtle.py. And if you named the file that, it's going to try and import itself. It says, wait a minute, this is gonna go on forever. I'm gonna keep importing myself, which will import myself, which will import myself forever. So you want to be careful what you name your modules because you don't want a name conflict when you're going to import your modules. And that's part of the reason why I have suggested to you that you name your assignments A1, A2, A3, S1, that sort of thing, because I know that that's not going to be the name of a module. So if I say test module.py, then this file test module.py becomes the module test module. So if I save that, okay, so I have test module.py, and if I want to use that now, import. Okay, so as I start typing it, you can see that it's already pulling it up as something I can import because I saved that in the same directory. So I import test module and I say test module dot say hello. And because it has a default argument, that's all I need, right? And there it is. It's using that constant as the default argument. So what I could do is say, give it a different argument, and it works great. So I could also say, from test module, import say hello. And now all I need is that. Okay. I can also just do this and it imports everything. And I can access that module or that constant right there. And so I can use that value if I want to, but most of the time that's not the way they're designed. Okay.
This is like embedding, right?
What's that?
It's like embedding custom module.
It is. It's taking those functions and embedding them on the fly. Yeah. Yeah. A huge shortcut because then if I wanted to reuse say hello in 20 different programs, I can do it really easily.
That works though with different, like having an actual different program. It doesn't matter. You can use it anywhere.
Yeah, you can use it anywhere.
Where does that save to your computer?
This module is saved right in the same directory. So if I scroll right down here, there's that file right there. Okay, so it's in the same directory as my working script, and that's where it's going to look for it. So you can also save modules in other areas, but for the purpose of this class, we're just going to do them in the same one. So the thing to remember this is whatever you name your file that contains the module, the functions, the file name is the module name. You just take the py off the end of it, and that is the name of the module that you use for import. So a lot of people get confused about that. A lot of people name their main script the same thing that they're importing, and then they just get that circular import error.